Hi everyone, my name's Brittany from Brittany Loves Reading, and today I'm coming to you with my December Timmies TBR. This is my TBR game that is based off my love for Tim Hortons coffee, and every month I play it to pick what books will go on my TBR for that month. Now, last month I participated in the Get a Clue readathon, and when I played Timmy's TBR, I did not know what the prompts for Get a Clue were. And unfortunately, most of the books I picked did not work for Get a Clue readathon. I still have 7 days left, so I may get to some of these books in the next 7 days, but I'm going to assume that I'm not, and that I'm rolling them over into December, which is kind of scary because there are a lot of books I did not read last month. I read a lot of books, but none of the ones that I was supposed to read. So I have 8 books that I will be rolling over into December. I have The God's Return, How to Fake It in Hollywood, Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail, Sweet Nothings, Time to Shine, Pretty Little Wife, Icebreaker, and also Betting on You by Lynn Painter, which I have on Kindle. So we're already starting the TBR game off with 8 books. So let's just hope that Timmy's is kind to me this month, because realistically 8 is already a lot. So I'm hoping we don't get that many rolls as part of Timmy's TBR. And I'm hoping to get some holiday reads on this month. Fingers crossed that Timmy's TBR sees fit to do so. Anyway, let's jump into our first roll and see what we get. Roll number 1 is a 6. A series spinner wheel space. So the first roll for Timmy's TBR was a series spinner wheel space, and as you saw, I got the Meant to Be series. This is a series of contemporary romance retellings. Each book can be read as a standalone. They're written by different authors, but they're each a retelling of a fairy tale. I've read book 2 in the series. I read By the Book by Jasmine Guillory earlier this year, gave it 5 stars, absolutely loved it, Beauty and the Beast retelling. So I'm gonna go back and read book 1 for this prompt and read If the Shoe Fits by Julie Murphy. This is a Cinderella retelling. I'm very excited to read it. I love a fairy tale retelling, and I have this on my Kindle because it is on KU. I'm really excited to go back to this series, and this is a great start to Timmy's TBR. Roll number 2 is an 11. An iced coffee space. Set in winter. Well, that's perfect. So for our second prompt, we got an iced coffee space, which gave us the prompt of book set in winter. For this prompt, I'm going to be putting on the B&K Book Club book for this month in December. Every month, my friend Kelsey and I do a reading sprint live, reading our book club together. We have a Discord group where we discuss it. The link is always in the description box. So if you want to read this with us, just go ahead and join the Discord down below. But for December, we are reading Wreck the Halls by Tessa Bailey. It is a holiday romance, and I wanted to get some holiday romance on here. I need to read this, and obviously it's set in winter because it's a holiday romance. So this book follows Melody. Melody is the restorer of books, but her mother is a legendary rock star. So a producer approaches Melody and says, "Can you help me get your mother's band back together?" And she decides that, yeah, she'll do that. But that means she will have to see Beat Dawkins again. They haven't seen each other since they were teenagers. Sparks were flying. He is the son of the lead singer of her mother's band. And they were friends and kind of started to have some attraction happening until her mother's band broke apart in a legendary kind of blow up. What will happen when they get back together? I'm assuming a romance. It is Tessa Bailey. I'm expecting it to be smutty because it's Tessa Bailey. I believe the live reading sprints for these are going to be on Kelsey's channel on December 7th. I will link Kelsey down below so that you can go give a subscribe. I highly recommend that you do. And then you can see when those get scheduled. Roll number 3 is a 7. A coffee space. A cozy mystery. Next, we got a coffee space, which gave me the prompt of cozy mystery. For this, I'm going to be continuing the Thursday Murder Club series. with The Last Devil to Die by Richard Osman. This is the last book in this series that is currently out. So if I read this, I will be up to date, which is actually very exciting because I only started this series earlier this year, I think in January. So I've gotten caught up very quickly, and that's because I love this book. The Thursday Murder Club follows 4 friends who are 70 and 80 years old living in a retirement village, and they solve crimes. They have brought in an amazing cast of characters. Every book, somebody new kind of joining the Thursday Murder Club. We have some cops, we have some criminals, we have a little bit of everybody working with the Thursday Murder Club to solve these crimes. And I absolutely love this cast of characters. It's why I come here, and I'm excited to read the most recent installment of the Thursday Murder Club in December. Roll number 4 is a 7, a series spinner wheel space, so we landed on another series spinner wheel space and got From Blood and Ash. I've only read the first book in this series, so I will be reading the second this month. It's a little bit chunky, and I do have it on Kindle, and it is Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. This is, like I said, the second book in the series, and we continue following Poppy after the events of the first book. Poppy is the maiden. Poppy is to be given over to the gods in the first book. She is supposed to be pure. She's never supposed to be touched. And this is a fantasy romance, so obviously something happens, and that something is her guard, Hawk. There is a romance between Poppy and Hawk, and there is a bit of a cliffhanger that happens at the end of the first book, so I'm assuming we kind of continue on from that. Obviously won't go into what that is, but I will be reading this book in December. It is definitely going to be the chunkiest book on this TBR, but I am excited to return to this world. I liked From Blood and Ash. I found it a tad bit predictable, but I think the story now is going to evolve in book 2 and maybe lose some of that predictability. At least that's what I'm hoping for in this book. Roll number 5 is a 10, which gets us to the end of the board and a mood read. We made it to the end, 5 books. That's not bad. I'm kind of glad Timmies was nice to me because, like I said, we're rolling over a ton of books. For my mood read, I'm going to be putting on 3 holidays and a wedding. This book follows a fairly large cast of characters as they fly to a holiday and a wedding. The 3 holidays that we are covering are Christmas, Hanukkah, and Ramadan, and obviously the characters that are celebrating each one. Basically, our cast of characters are all flying to their various holiday destinations when they hit a bit of turbulence and start sharing deep, dark secrets on the plane. Why they would do that, I don't know. When they get to their destination, there's a snowstorm and they all get stuck. So they have to celebrate their holidays together. There's some family drama. There's some budding romances. There is also a small town element. I love a small town feel, so this book was easy to pick up for me this holiday season, and I'm very happy to get it on this TBR. So here is December's TBR. We have 3 physical books and 2 Kindle books, but don't forget we are rolling over 8 more books. So this is the actual stack for December. I have all of these books plus 3 Kindle books. I literally feel my arm shaking while I'm trying to hold this up. It is very, very heavy. My goal is definitely to get all of these caught up before the end of the year because I would like to go into next year with kind of like a clean slate. We'll see if that happens, but that's kind of my goal. Wish me luck, fingers crossed. What is a book that you would like to get in before the end of the year? It is December. It is time. We are at the end of the year. What are you trying to get done? Let me know down in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.